You didn't wash.
I should go wash, right?
Brave.
Okay.
What?
Wait a minute. Know what I'm realizing?
Wait a minute. What?
No, I didn't.
No, never mind.
It's just extra, and then I didn't. It's not great.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, you're right.
So I read a thing
Oh my God.
that said like 80% of men don't wash their hands.
You just picked up the mic.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing.
That wasn't long enough. You could not have sung the happy birthday song.
I did fast. Happy birthday, me.
Yes. You know that song you sing on your birthday to yourself.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus, what a sad.
Alone.
What a sad, lonely birthday I must have had. Happy
Sing it
birthday,
again.
happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
Just trying to get through it.
Just trying to get another one through, huh?
So I read this thing that was like,
Yeah, I get.
80% of men don't wash their hands after going to the
I
bathroom.
100% believe that.
And I got so mad, and then was like, I really don't wash my hands all that much.
I almost
I'm in a
never.
rush.
Dan, you want to be on the podcast, or are you going to just be observing?
Today's off.
We're in.
recording
We're doing. We're in.
Okay.
Oh, that must have been my Venmo. That must be Dan.
Oh,
Blank as a check in that movie where he got a lot of money and he was a kid.
man, I am feeling so relaxed. In this
It's
chair.
way better. Yeah,
This
I'm
chair is-
already.
I've always-
This is a nightmare.
Oh,
I think Anthony's a middle guy. I think he can handle it.
Well, the premise of this episode is Anthony's in the middle seat.
Yeah.
He's right here. I'll tell you what's crazy.
I know.
He's right here.
He's right there.
It's too close. This guy wants to kiss me. I don't like it.
Now I feel like I'm hosting some kind of panel in a good
Yes.
like 3 men.
You're
I'm
the
like, all right, do any of you raise your hand if you wash your hands?
Who
I do.
wants to date Jessica?
She puts the dick in Dick Cavett. I don't know. Does she
There
like
it is. The sunglasses really helped sell that one.
All right.
That's a good
Yeah.
pickup line.
Do you want?
Welcome to Talktown, the podcast where we're creating
What the fuck?
town from the ground
What are you
up.
doing?
I'm doing an intro.
I know
Yeah.
it.
Are we
We've
going to
got
have
a-
an intro off again?
Yes, is a pinch.
Every-
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
A couple episodes, Greg decides we're gonna do intros.
We should have an intro. I would fight that we should have one that's just pre-recorded and they just slap it in the beginning.
Insane to do that. No.
Insane.
Every time. I don't know if it's that insane.
No, we just go, welcome
Why
to
do you think it's
Talktown.
insane?
Because
Yeah.
we have different people here. We have different, like,
No, but it just goes.
Dan's not going to be here next week. So it's like, welcome to Talktown. We're here with Dan.
No, but no one
brings up
knows
a good
what this.
point.
If you're tuning in for the first time, you don't
That's true.
understand. They don't
People
know.
that have listened to every episode have no idea what this is.
They
I'm
would
on
if
them
we
all.
did an intro.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing. It's fun and I like it.
But Lock the Gates is part of the song, Greg.
Well, they play the intro song. Oh, that's right. We do have an intro song.
We have an intro song.
Well,
But I like
foiled
that
again.
you try to do the intro. I like
Yeah.
guy because it adds a fun element. That's it. I guess that was the end of that sentence. I thought I might add more on that one.
Yeah, I think also like your intros, I'm just like, I wonder where this will go.
Yeah.
You know? It's not just
Yeah.
like, ugh, the business.
You're
Right.
more aggressive in that seat. I'm going to say.
It's a power seat.
It's a power seat.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Head
at
of the
all of you
table.
at once.
Yeah, you feel like the host.
I
of
do
the
feel
table.
like the
Yeah.
host. I'm sorry. I'll tone it down. But
No, it's good.
Maybe you sit on Dan's lap.
What
No.
is wrong with you?
That would give me the greatest power of all.
I'm Mr.
like
90s.
Santa,
I'll tell
That's
you.
always
Jewish Santa.
I'll tell
Yes.
you. You can sit on Dan's lap, but you got to bounce her.
You got it?
you got about it. You
She'll be
got
coming
about
around the mountain when she comes.
You'll be coming around the mountain. You'll be coming around the... Let me tell you a big fear that has quelled with me. You put your kid in your lap, it's not sexual. I was always afraid, like, with a kid, like,
There's a big fear.
there was always a fear.
Oh, it
Of
was
like,
a fear. Okay.
Well, you know,
okay.
handling a boy or boy, like whatever. It's like all that is out the window. You touch them everywhere. They don't care. You don't care. Ooh.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oy vey. I didn't like the way that came out. Hey.
Your
Your
words got ahead of you
fear-
on that one.
You walk me through what your fear was. You were afraid that if you had a kid,
Listen to Barbara Walters.
it would feel like I don't want to walk down this road.
No, you're afraid of like you don't know. It's like it's a little boy. You don't know.
Is
I'm
it going to
saying-
activate this moment?
No, but that's scarier. Just like
Well,
what am I
not
doing?
in you. In that, like, are they going to be uncomfortable? Is what you're saying?
No. There's
I don't
just,
really know what's
you're
happening.
You put him on
You
your.
gotta listen to
You're
him.
touching a boy. What's going on here? It's his bud. It's on your thing. He's got his little weenies touching around. You're swinging it around. You're afraid if it touches you, you're going to be like, no, and then you're overreacting.
Right.
Or you're afraid of like, Maybe you do it. It's no. Their butt is like their forehead when you're a kid, and that's great. That's what's great. It's nice. It's like they're just you're just there because it has to be.
Yes.
You know.
And then it must have been freeing the second kid, because you have none of those fears going into it.
Well, with the second kid, I don't really deal with him a lot.
Oh, you haven't met him yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a Tita guy.
Yeah.
They've segregated the family.
Yeah,
they're really.
He's the Tita guy.
They're going 1 for 1 and see what happens.
Yeah,
good.
My first
Yeah, it's
son,
more of an experiment.
Man to
There's a
man-
control
man-to-man
group and then and a variable.
1v1.
1v1.
It's 1v1.
1v1. Let's see who wins. Let's see who comes out tougher and smarter, you bitch.
We are literally having a baby competition, and I go, what's going on with yours? He seems to be a little fucking. He's really hitting kids in school. That must be on you because this one's nailing it.
He's doing math.
Greg and Tita watch the show. You ever seen the show Wife Swap?
Yeah.
They watch that show and they go, here's an idea on how to raise children.
There you go. You get a baby, I get a baby.
And I tell you this, I love them both equally, but we are 2 single parents raising 2 single kids,
Right.
living in the same house.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Luke wants nothing to do with me. And I hug him, and he goes, "Get the fuck off me!" He hates me. I don't care. Calvin, every day I try to sneak out of bed. He goes, "Dada, come sleep with me."
Yeah.
And I go, "Of course I will, brother." And I sleep on the hard floor because he sleeps on the floor.
Oh.
It's like a Montessori thing. You don't give them a bed.
What?
And you throw food at their face.
Were you the
It's always hard to know when it veers off the track.
Both your parents?
I'm always like,
Middle child, don't love me at all.
Right.
No, we have a floor bed. So that they can kind of come and go as they please, and whatever. But that thing is too thin for me. And so I am sleeping on the floor like a dog. And every night I wake up in pain. My neck is breaking.
Why don't they make a parent dog bed?
They should.
oh, yeah.
Like
That's
a dog
actually a
bed,
great
but for
idea.
adults, for parents whose kids sleep on the floor.
Yeah, well, what happened was, this is what happened.
Okay.
We have this great bed we spent a lot of money on because Tita was pregnant. We were like, let's do it.
Yes. Smart.
You know, you're going through this pregnancy. Let's fucking, at least you get a good night's sleep. So we have that, right? Then we have the floor bed for Calvin. But then Calvin is like, Dad, sleep with me. So then I go on the floor, and then he goes, I gotta go in bed with Mama. So now I just sleep on the floor, and they sleep in the bed.
Yeah, that feels like you got scammed.
I got fucked.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. An adult dog bed next to for you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Are we out of gas?
No. No.
I'm just celebrating that big win after our last episode. To be honest with you, you're
big
worried
win?
because of my arms behind you and the
No,
coffee
I just-
cup is rattling.
I
didn't
just
know there
heard
was-
the rattling, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was from. Yeah. I thought I was going
Why do
insane.
you feel like you're at the zoo?
I
A
would
little
like
snake behind you. A little trip to Phoenix.
How much would the Grove charge us to install a slime machine?
A slime machine?
Yeah, so we could slime our guests like a Nickelodeon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Start sliming people. You're not gonna get a lot of repeat customers, but it'll be funny.
No, everybody kind of comes for one, and then that's enough.
When would you get slimed?
She said, I don't know.
Well, that was just on.
No.
You don't know.
You
You
can't
can't
do
do that on television. But like, slime was like a whole part of that network.
It's true.
It was, yeah.
But was it good or bad?
They would just start sliming people.
No, I think it was like an honor a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
It was. I think it was the equivalent of like when a coach gets Gatorade dumped on his head after a big
Okay.
win, but it kind of had like a Price is Right element to it, you know. And they're like, "Come on down," and then they like guess the price of detergent, and then they would get slimed.
So if I can add to this, and this is a
You
very, I believe, and I think this it started as you say, I don't know, you get slimed. But
Yeah.
not enough people were saying I don't know, and they really wanted to slime celebrities.
Yeah.
Right. So then they're like, the slime guy got a little like, fuck it, man. I'll slime them. No, nothing.
Right.
Right. And that's when now they're sliming everybody.
The slime guy.
But then at the end, it got to the point where they were sliming people so hard they were in pain. Like there's a video of like someone like picking up a book and they shot slime at this like Emma Stone's face so
Sure.
hard her eyes almost came out.
Yeah.
And they were like, it hurt. And it was like the slime guy, that's the power. The slime guy had too much.
He had too much power.
He got too much
Land in
power.
the plane here.
And he
it's
stopped caring.
It's called the power of slime. Yeah,
The power of slime. Well-
but they would also do it. I think they do it if you get a question wrong or at the
Award shows.
Yeah, the awards
An
shows.
insane thing that they had.
That's crazy because I feel like,
Which they should do at the Oscars also.
100%.
Yes.
Right?
You bring sliming to the Oscars.
Cinematographer? Boom.
Oh, you're going long on your speech?
Yeah.
We slime your ass.
That's
Better
it.
slime.
That's
Okay.
fun.
No one's above a slime.
Right?
Yes, I
These
love.
coastal elites.
If you get political in a way that nobody understands, we slime you.
Yeah.
Because every time they try to do that, it's like we gotta look out for the Netchawechan people.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is a Netchawechan?
And how fun to watch somebody get slimed and power through.
Right.
I don't
Yes.
care about the slime.
Right,
Yeah.
the
And
people
they're
who
still-
talk over the music.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan is still like, and this goes out to Oppenheimer. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
slime's
Just wiping it from his
Yes.
eyes.
The time is the time.
mouth.
Slime his ass.
Slipping, falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Sioux people will be heard. They're dragging him out. He's slipping.
Walk with me for a second.
Adrian Brody. It's like to all the architects out there.
This is a crazy idea, but stay with me on this, right? It's circa early 2000, in early 2018, 19, 20, 2020, right?
You're just gonna name all the years. Or we're gonna
Just count for the rest of the episode.
And they're like, listen, this big Hollywood agent was talking to his client. He's like, listen, if you got Me Too'd, now's the time to come out with something. And they're just like, well, I was slimed in the early 2000s. Can we get this? I don't know. This isn't. The Wellbutrin can't even help me through this.
Yeah.
I just love the idea
Some
of
things
someone
are
trying to
beyond
add
medicine.
sliming to the Me Too movement.
Oh, like they're saying that the way they were wronged was they got slimed.
Yes, I got slimed on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I think that's totally.
Yeah, it's
You're
too
talking about the
well set up.
victims got slimed or the perpetrators?
The people who were slimed were trying to add that to the Me Too movement.
Oh, that was
Like
a
that's
part
the
of it.
same as sexual assault.
Yes, yeah. They're
Nice.
like, can I? Because I didn't really have one, but I
That's
was
what
slimed.
the Me Too movement needed. More doubt.
Yeah.
More-
I think this is great,
Yes.
Greg.
Yeah.
Yes. Diminishing
insert
importance.
some skepticism
Yes.
into it.
I don't think there was enough of it.
Yeah, I love conservatives being like, fucking this and the slime. Yeah, I'll slime my wife.
I do wonder. Sorry, I had a thought and I didn't give that its due.
Nope, it owed no. You deserve it. It owed nothing.
Grand
it was
opening, grand
owed-
closing?
Yep.
All right. What was I think because that show you can't do that on television, right? Was predicated. People were there to see the sliming.
Yes.
So they didn't have enough slimes. If they would be like, feed them a question where they gotta say, I don't know.
Yes.
If they were just like, you think OJ did it?
Israel, Palestine, go. And then they slime them.
That was close.
Can we film? That's kind of funny. A serious interview. The guy goes, Israel, Palestine, where do you stand? And the guy goes, well, I gotta be honest, I don't know. And we just slime them.
That is fun.
Yeah, that's really fun.
That is great.
I don't know.
Yeah, like a 60 minutes set.
That is great.
Yeah, just slime
But
them.
slime.
Well, they used to do that on Corden. My friend wrote for Corden, and they had to stop doing that segment where it was like answer a uncomfortable question or eat something disgusting. But they had to stop doing it because it was like racially insensitive. Because it was like all this like
Of course.
stuff that is
Right,
like
yeah.
dishes in China.
Yeah, of
and
course,
they're just
where it's
like
like-
something disgusting like this Chinese main course.
Yeah. The person in Singapore is like, I had that at my wedding.
Yeah.
You insensitive fucks.
Hard disagree. It is disgusting because it's not your culture. Things that are different are weird. It's allowed to be weird. Grow up, America. Fish heads are fucking awkward. Have one flung at you at a dinner. That's what happened to me last year, Thanksgiving, at my mother-in-law's house. Oh, you don't like the fish head? I go, I don't want to see its eyes.
Cut all this. Cut all
Cut
this.
all
Cut
this.
all this.
All that's got to go.
You could have slimed me. That would have ended that.
See,
Clip it.
yeah, we need slime.
Also, people forget that not only were you slimed, but you can't do that television. Whoa, slow down. They would dump water on you if you said something else too. I forgot.
Really?
They did water and
That's
slime.
literally torture.
Yeah.
Lex, can you look up what they would do water for?
Yeah.
Also, you can't do that
Also,
on television.
studios are
I think it
freezing
was
cold.
freezing
like
cold.
you're
Yeah.
just wet and
great
cold,
point.
And their
then you
children.
still have to be on TV on a kids comedy show. You're getting like waterboarded.
It was a kids sketch comedy show.
Yeah, I watched it, but I have no idea what it was.
Yeah, it was like there was one comedian who made a kids sketch show, and all the kids would write sketches,
Right.
and they would do sketches, and it's kind of a great idea. Except I hope they had eyes on that adult, and they did. He supposedly was great.
Okay.
I did the research for you.
Oh, great.
But what a wild idea! The kids sketch show written for kids, FUBU, for us by us, children edition.
Are you pitching us all that?
Yeah, wait, all that.
That's
Yeah.
all that.
That was all. Yeah,
that was all
there were
that.
a couple of those.
Yeah, well,
That's like
Nickelodeon.
the whole premise of Nickelodeon, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't keep that going. Have a kid in the writer's room.
Yeah, every writer's room. Yeah.
Appeal
Put an
to-
8-year-old in the Succession room. See what happens.
Ooh, that'd be really fun.
Yeah, get everybody there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? At all voices
And he
heard.
gets-
So it appeals. If you're a corporate exec, wouldn't you want the money coming from everywhere?
Well,
Right.
he also gets one. The 8-year-old gets one scene an episode.
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
watch
yeah.
and you have to figure out which one it is
Yeah.
kind of.
from the dialogue and the action, and probably a lot of times you wouldn't be able to tell.
No, I don't think so at all.
No, I don't know what's happening on TV anymore. So
Like in the middle of a board meeting of Succession, somebody goes, "I love my mommy." So much. Kendall goes, "I just love my mommy."
how much money do we have? This many?
They are just kind of like talking about how much they love their dad.
Yeah,
So it just
yeah, it is
really
kind of-
big.
True. Just the dialogue would change.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
action would stay
But
the
the
same.
emotional
is.
truth is what it is.
Seeking
100%.
approval from an adult.
Yeah. I'm mad at my brother. My brother being mad. I like him.
Is so fat.
You guys don't
He's
even get
mean.
kids. You guys don't even get kids. You don't even get kids. That's not what kids are about.
No, we don't. None of us
Yeah,
have
none of
them.
you have kids. First of all, they love parodies. They love parody songs.
Oh,
Micah,
yeah.
They love throwing in. They love. How does that song go? How does that Chapel Roan song start?
Hard to go.
No,
I'm
no,
so
no, no, no.
hard to go.
Oh,
I can't
wow.
be here any longer because I have to go because I'm so hot. I'm too hot to stay. Now I have to go. I'm hot to go.
Very close. I will say.
Yeah, that was-
that's a better version.
I love that.
Hot to go. I hate because it reminds me too much of a Papa John's pizza. This sounds like a hot to go
like
pizza.
Little Caesars where they're like, yeah, we made this 3 days ago, but it's been
It's a
warming.
hot to go.
Here's some sad shit that will be in a Little Caesars commercial in 20 whatever the
Next
pizza
year.
chain is.
Yeah, 6
20
months.
years.
Yeah.
I watched I think a Nerd Wallet, some kind of credit card, and they have a Run the Jewels song.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
It happens.
Sucks.
Dude, think about all those 70s songs that were written for Vietnam and now they're for Lincoln Continental. Yeah, it's wild. Remember?
Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look.
Going down Mazda. That's what's going down on Mazda.
Do you remember
Martin Luther King Day sale.
Jen Gambino's bit when we
Yes.
started was
Great
always
bit.
one of my favorite bits. There's a girl we started doing comedy with, and she was a great. If she would have stuck with it, she'd have killed herself. But aside from that, she was very funny.
It's great.
Yeah, it's close. But she was like, great. But what was the joke? It's like you write a song.
Shrimply the best.
I know you stole the ending.
You asked what was the
No,
song.
I was doing the voice.
You gotta do a hands up
I was
because
doing
I
the
don't
bit.
always
Yeah.
understand the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I'm a truth
Sometimes
teller.
you're
Bit.
asking a question and you're being two people and we don't know. Like
You're
you're,
too-
having
you're
a
a good actor.
conversation
You're
with
too
yourself.
good an actor,
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
expect that he wouldn't.
I'm like, is Neil Diamond here? What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, so she was like, imagine you write a song and you work really hard on it, and then 6 weeks later it's like, Shrimply the best. It's like for the shrimp. It was so
Yeah.
funny. It's a great bit.
Yeah,
Right?
it's a good bit.
Jen Gambino was very funny. Very funny. My
How you
girlfriend
feeling in
is-
the middle seat here?
It's a
The
lot.
dynamic's weird.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it. It is theirs preferable because I can be my most
Obviously.
comfortable. But I can do it. I just need an arm up.
Can I ask?
I need to be stretching.
Can I ask, as somebody new to Talktown, what are some of your favorite, the core rules that I should know as a new resident, a new visitor?
Great
Well,
question.
that's a great
Not
question.
One that should be directed towards me.
Okay.
Or-
Orange hats mean you wear. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
walk outside the house, you wear an orange hat.
Yeah.
That means you can. Anyone can talk to you. If you don't want to be talked to, you wear a black hat.
Okay.
We put a timer on the hat. It's 2 minutes. So you can walk up to anybody in an orange hat.
Yeah.
You start talking to them. You hit the timer. You have 2 minutes. And as soon as that thing is done, culturally acceptable, you just walk away from each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to extend. But
Yeah.
it's never.
It's an opt-in situation.
You can opt in. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a giant wall of fire that keeps the people from leaving.
Uh-huh.
It is built on a series of lazy suits.
Quite a jump.
Yeah.
It's like, but that was the order that we decided those things.
Okay.
It was like
it goes from
was like
small talk
small
to
talk
ring
to
of fire
Ring of
that
Fire.
you can never leave. Yep. Okay. I got it.
We have celebrity impersonate. We do. If you're a
We have a
celebrity
reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you commit a problem,
Yeah.
Well, we
Commit a problem?
Yeah. An impersonator takes your.
The jury finds the defendant guilty of a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Danny DeVito, when he dies, we replace him with a new Danny DeVito.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's always. It's like Batman. There's always someone behind the mask.
But there's
Always.
also competitions to become that person.
Ooh.
Yes.
Does that
America's
Like
Got Danny
America's
DeVito.
Got Talent.
Does
but
that
for-
happen after they die, or when it seems like they're about to
Die
die?
or about to be mewed. Like if
Yeah.
you're OJ, it's like we're going to throw you on right now.
Yeah.
OJ was Me Too. Is that
Yeah.
what we're saying? Is that
Throw
what
it
we're
in.
calling it?
Throw it in.
Why not?
Oh, one of the more controversial Me Too's.
kind of the ultimate.
Yeah. But they could also, if they haven't Me Too'd someone, they can be on the jury. They could be like,
Right.
they help vote.
Right.
And then we have smaller claims court.
That's where single people meet.
Which you're gonna go. I know what that is. It's not. That is where single people meet.
No, it is literally a mixer. You're the jury, and it's all single people.
That's great.
And that's
I love
how
that.
because you have something to talk about, which is the case.
The case, right. That's a great icebreaker.
Yeah.
Which is
Well, I
smaller
love-
claims.
Yes.
I love these so far. I
And then
love replacing with a new,
Yeah.
because then we don't even have to miss them that much. Because
You could just be Michael Bublé and talk down.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
And then we have Grand Theater, which I
Oh, yeah.
forget kind of how that goes.
It's just
but-
if you want
you
people to pay attention to
invoke
you, you
Grand
can
Theater.
interrupt anything.
Yes. If you have something important to say, you can invoke Grand Theater.
Okay.
And then, if you're in a coffee shop and someone's being a dick, I invoke Grand Theater. My wife cheated on me last night. But then someone can say, what is a rebuttal?
If people don't like what's happening, they can yell gender neutral, boo this man,
Yeah.
which is a fun thing to say.
Yeah.
And that ends Grand Theater.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Not a lot of invoking Grand Theater.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a while.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're not out in public doing this.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's for the public sphere.
Yeah. This is Grand Theater.
This is a think tank.
Yeah,
This
yes.
is just
Yes,
simply,
this is a think tank.
It's a brain box.
I'd like to say this. I'd like to add a new thing to Talktown.
That's the whole point of this.
Intro songs. Everyone should have an intro song.
Absolutely.
Like
An introduction.
when you walk into like if somebody walked in right now, the way
Yes.
Dan walked in the middle of the last episode,
Yes. every
a song would play.
every door has a Bluetooth speaker hooked up to it. So you have to hook up your Bluetooth and then dun, 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 like what the fuck? On the stage, right? And then you can run through and they know Greg is now entering the party.
Okay. Do you have to pick one song that is just you forever? Or because I'm like, okay, if I'm walking in to a show or like to see some friends at a bar, it's like, yeah, I want something like fun, like Who Let the Dogs Out? That would be fun. But if I'm going to like an important meeting or a loved one's funeral,
Sure.
I don't want the same song.
I think
Disagree.
you put the song. If I can make a suggestion,
No, that's- yeah.
I think it would be great if you could choose the song the same way you would choose your clothes for the board meeting. You're like, I want to dress up and I want to bring this
How
song.
about this?
And da-da-da.
Clothes and song go to this song goes with these clothes.
So
Yeah,
if I'm wearing
exactly.
this shirt, this is the song.
Right.
I play
And, so,
with
and
this
then
shirt.
you could text friends. You're like, which song goes with this outfit perfectly or whatever. And
Sure.
they'd be like,
I-
ooh, maybe the chorus there. I don't know. Yeah.
I hate to
Greg
know
has
this.
something?
I gotta put a stop to this.
Oh,
Okay.
I know why.
Here's a few reasons why. One, you want people to know your theme song. They know you're coming, right? A. B, how much better is a funeral when everyone's sad and they hear whoosh, dun, 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 right? It's like, all right, it adds a mix of
Yeah.
emotions there.
It does.
Okay, that's
you can
great.
change your song
like that.
when you change your character. So if you're like, hey man, I'm doing a leather jacket this year, all right, you could do a new theme song.
Okay.
Right?
I see
You
what
can,
you're
if you're changing, if you're upping your personality,
These are your standard wrestling rules.
standard wrestling rules.
Okay.
If you're going heel,
Yeah.
right? If you're it's
Yeah.
way more fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, for example,
I like, yeah.
You're married, you get a divorce, now you're single you.
Yes.
You're getting
Yes.
a new song for single you.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
New
You start a new
wardrobe.
job, changing professions, you get a new song. But
Update-
it's got to be pretty big
Update
stuff.
the LinkedIn. Update the song.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're in a car accident, you lose an arm,
Yep.
new song.
Obviously.
that would
Boy,
be the
that's
Time to play the game.
Yes.
He's only got one arm. And you can come in on a motorcycle.
Will
Absolutely.
anyone like just
What?
will there be like is this like we're picking songs from a catalog of known music
Any song you want,
or
and you can create your song.
originals? Yeah, okay. I was
Yeah.
wondering if maybe
Can
originals.
Now, once it's your song, that's off limits.
I think it's gonna have to be that
It has
way
to be.
because
It
you don't
has to
want to hear like the beginning of All by Myself and it's like Allison's here, but then somebody else walks in the door.
Oh
I do
God!
think-
Imagine the disappointment for that other person when everyone goes, "Cool, Allison's here," and then in walks in Curtis, and everyone goes, "Oh no, fucking Curtis!"
But
Yeah.
I do think you should be able to do cover songs, and I say this as a Bublé head. Like, cover, so yeah, All by Myself, the classic version. But then if somebody covers it, you could claim that song.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes.
Culturally, let me say this. Culturally, it's unacceptable to have a song
I
that
see
is
what you're
used within your friend group, right?
Yeah.
But you don't get it for everyone. So here's the thing. Like, let's say you're going on a blind date and you come in to LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time. And then the date walks in, same song. You go, we have the same theme song?
Oh, see?
This is a match.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, okay, but how?
And you can't have a couple song.
Well, why? All right. So,
Go ahead,
but
sorry.
maybe put a cap on the amount of songs. Like, that's fun because then you find your soulmate that way.
Yeah.
But then if you let that run wild and everybody has that song, I think you're going to run into a problem.
No, I think
Yeah.
culturally, it's not a law, but
We keep saying
culturally,
culturally. What does this
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, it's a it's a have about. It's a have about. You don't
It's a
really
have about.
You don't. It's not illegal, but if you pick Steve Austin's theme song,
try to
and
follow.
I do, our friend's gonna be like, "What the fuck, man? What are you doing? You
Right.
can't do
Okay.
that. It's already there. He's already
Okay.
got it, right?
Okay.
It's respected.
It's a little self-policing.
self-policing.
Okay.
I see.
Self-policing.
I see.
Shamed.
Oh, okay.
Shame.
You can be
Oh,
shamed
okay.
for this.
I like. Okay.
Okay.
What would that shame include?
We know what kind of character you are.
Okay.
If I'm doing a song and you come out to my song, that's like wearing white.
But like, should there be like kind of a culturally induced punishment of like, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick that song too, and we know that culturally we don't do that.
Yeah, cool. You're not my friend
what do we? That person's not part of the friend group anymore.
That's a way to be like, oh, okay, so we're not friends anymore.
Your
Cool.
closest loved one should pick your song for you.
Hey, Mr. No Microphone.
Yeah.
They call before you take it.
You come
What'd he
over
say?
here.
No,
Get up.
he said
Middle
your
seat.
closest loved one should choose your song for you.
Oh, come on.
We got to have some choice of our own.
I want to pick
Yeah.
my
Sure.
own song.
I want
I
to pick
think
my
it's a
own
good
song.
idea, but I think the person needs. I think you get to have that freedom.
Yeah,
I think maybe one song for the year, and then you could reset next year.
one song for
That
the year
sounds good.
or
Okay.
a major life change.
Major life.
Yeah,
change,
you can
sure.
always re-up your
But
song.
also
Yes.
I'd say you get no more than 2 or 3 life changes a year.
Yeah.
Because some
Yeah.
people are big with like, oh no, my
Yeah, like I'm wearing
great point.
hats now, so
yeah, I'm wearing hats is a big life change, or what? There's all these life updates, and I'm like, these are marginal. This is barely an anecdote.
Yeah.
Is there
This
a
is not-
committee? Is there a subcommittee for the
for the big life changes?
for big life
Oh.
changes?
Yeah, it's 6 experts
And,
from different fields.
Yeah. Okay.
but all have various degrees of expertise. You know,
Okay.
I gotta go right on this. Yeah, I see you guys going left. I gotta go right.
Wow.
And look, some are gonna say
The
this is
rare right
offensive.
turn from Greg.
Some will find this offensive. You can have 3 or 4 songs. So if you're a bipolar, we know which guy's coming through the door. If you're my wife and you're on your period, I know some people are gonna not like what I said, but at least we know what we gotta deal with.
As somebody who would love to actually walk into rooms and be like, I have my period. That's what this whole thing is.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
It's great. When I
Without
come to
having to
National,
say it.
I didn't take my Wellbutrin today.
I do.
You know?
I do think there should be a world where, like, okay, so say Greg walks in, right, and I got my Bluetooth in. The same way you could change your contact photo for somebody else. You have the
Yes.
contact photo you want, but if I want to save you as a different contact photo, I can't.
this is
Yes.
fucked up.
So I think, Greg, if you have
I'm big on saving
song,
my own
but
contact photos. I don't like the ones people
Bluetooth,
choose.
I'm like, this is how I think of you. I get to customize
So
that
you're
and
saying-
choose the song.
Well, this,
The
song,
song-
this is going to be a major problem.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is a
Cool.
classic weasel move.
He strikes again.
Classic. Here's the thing. First of all, he's adding that we have to always have our Bluetooths on, right?
No, I'm not saying
No,
you
the
have
Bluetooth's
to.
hooked up to the door
if
jam.
it's yeah, right.
I'm saying if it's in your ear.
All right.
If it is.
You're going to run into issues with this because people are
I
going to go,
don't.
this
I
is...
can't imagine.
Yeah.
Problems with this sound legislation?
This
Said-
is how you see me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought we were friends.
Right. Britney
You
Spears
gave me...
toxic?
You gave...
I don't like that at all.
Yeah. Garth
She's
Brooks,
an
you can't
icon.
trust this man?
Pick a song for every mood, and then you get to determine the mood before you walk in the door.
Pick a song for the mood.
But then
Yeah.
people won't know who.
You
like,
have to
I have to
reiterate
know-
what Alex said, though,
I
because he's
know.
off mic.
He's
Yeah.
talking. I'm getting furious.
Yes.
Because I know you don't have a microphone. So I can't even listen to how angry I am. And I know that I have to repeat what he just said.
Well, now someone has to say what Alex said
said-
verbatim.
He's
said-
saying that you could pick songs for different moods, and so then when you're walking it, like people know, like, oh, this is the mood they're in.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm saying it's going to be really hard for me to keep track of everybody having 4 songs. Like,
Yeah.
that's
But
so.
You don't
Like
have to.
now, I no longer know who. I mean, I
That's
guess
why
it's
I
not
think-
for identification, but it would lose that element.
yeah,
of
that's
it.
why I think you choose the song for you, and I can choose a song for you. And that's what
No.
Isn't that what life is?
No.
First, I don't
wait,
like
no.
that hand gesture.
Let's
I'll let
supposed to be.
elaborating, but I don't like the little thing like that.
Let's
supposed to be
let
funny.
him
So,
have
listen.
this high-arching philosophical thought about isn't this what life is?
That's what life is, where it's like you project how you think you sound and are, and we project how we see you. And that's everything.
And you think this would be a great world to live in? This
Yeah.
amount of transparency.
Yes.
yeah.
You're creating your own
think
reality.
You want this
Yeah.
more than anybody else. You're not going to like this, brother.
I don't
Yeah,
think I want
Are
it.
you ready to have yourself reflected back at
Yeah.
you through pop music?
I hope you like Limp Bizkit.
You're lucky I don't know a lot of tunes.
Well, he's a crooner.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Okay.
You get your song for the year, but you can do remixes based on your mood, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
you coming out to like whatever.
I like that.
The acoustic version. Yeah, maybe he's not feeling very good today.
Yes.
Okay,
Right?
But like a
'Cause-
club mix,
Yes.
it's night.
Because like when
Right.
the rock goes heel,
is great.
When the rock goes heel,
Yes.
it's if you smell, but then it's like it's heavier.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Like, ooh, heel rock
This-
is coming out.
Is the answer.
Right. You have a rap remix version with some, rap rock going on because he's like, it's going through a weird phase.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Now to get back to okay, so I think this solves the thing about like you said if a woman's on her period, or what was the first example you
Oh
gave?
yeah.
If you don't take your Wellbutrin.
If your son died.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well,
That's not-
I would imagine my theme song would be different.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to go back to what you said maybe like 5 or 10 minutes ago. Use two examples. The second one
yeah.
was a woman
What
on her
was the
period.
first
What
one?
was the first example? Not that it matters so much. I'm just trying to package
yeah.
this sort of
What was it?
critique. It doesn't matter.
No.
no.
So when
If
now
you're
with,
sick, was that it? No.
No.
with those, because those are like those are broad.
Broads.
I know. I love
Period.
it.
Sure. Okay, so I think this solves it though. I think the remix thing solves it.
I think the remix thing is the answer.
Yeah.
And you can still
Yeah, it's
change
good.
your song during life events, or maybe we re-up them every year or whatever. But I do think the remixes is the answer for the tones.
Let me ask you this though: you got a thing like a New York Giants game. Every person who's going to their seat is the song playing. It's like, hey, it's
Yeah,
just like,
I guess the logistics
I think-
are the next step to talk about.
I think when there's that many people, I think you can, it's through the door jam, right?
Yeah.
So I think you can activate it or deactivate it depending on the size of people that are going to be in the room.
Right.
So you don't run into that problem. What I do think is really funny is you watch someone, they have this upbeat song, they're going on a date, and then you watch the date not go well, and they click a little thing on their phone, and then
Right.
when they leave the room, it's a sadder version of the
Yes.
song. I think it's pretty great.
I would say this: the place they can regulate how
Yeah.
much theme songs are.
Yeah.
But a man, genderless man, can invoke Grand Theater if they believe the theme song. It's like, no. I need to play it here. And it's like, okay, but you got to beat the Devil's game we're watching. Right. So it's like, hey man, everyone thought I was dead. I'm alive.
How
I'm
many
Crank it
going
up.
to Grand Theater.
How many times can you invoke
You could
that
do
per
it,
year?
but you're running the risk of if everyone goes, "What? Who cares? Boo this man!"
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Sure.
you've been ashamed. You've been made the fool.
boy who cried wolf.
Right.
You've been made the fool. That's something that we should say to people.
Yeah, that is.
You've been made the fool.
And pedophiles don't get theme songs.
Why on earth do you insist on bringing them up?
We
Because
got to
I
talk
hate
about
them.
it.
Do we?
I hate them. I don't want a pedophile having their own theme song.
They're not going to be in Talktown.
Well, I don't know, just in case someone sneaks in. I don't want people getting excited for them to be in a room
Through the fire.
through the fires.
Roman brought up a
Wouldn't
good-
you want an alarm going off or something?
It could be an alarm.
Because
Yeah, okay.
All right. Can we install pedophile alarms so you know
All
when
right,
they're coming in?
pedophile alarms can
100%.
exist.
What's
Yeah.
that noise like? What's the pedophile alarm sound in your head?
I heard wee you.
Yeah, well, now that's all I've heard, so
Yeah.
done
I
with that.
know.
Yeah.
Could be
You got a
could be
different one?
Fun song.
No, British police works for me.
British police.
Yeah.
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 Perlman brought up a good question. How often can you invoke Grand Theater in a year?
Oh.
I thought we covered this. I think.
I think we decided on.
Well, he doesn't know.
I think it was like what, but neither do we.
Once an
Like,
event. I think it's like once an event.
There's no none
Yeah,
of this has been
once
written
an
down
event.
in any form.
because we were worried about doing a live show of the podcast and everybody trying to
Right.
invoke Grand Theater in
Right.
the audience.
Immediately.
Immediately, an audience being there.
That's a
them
good
invoking
move.
Grand Theater.
If they did that, that's a great move.
Yes,
I'll never.
but I
be
think we
mad at
made a
them for
rule
that.
of like once an hour or something. Like once somebody's done it, like no one can do it for 50 minutes or something like that.
Well, for the hour.
This was mostly about the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What's the stance on religion within Talktown?
We do a fair, kind of like a NACA.
Religion
And
fair.
That's right.
you get to
There
go,
is that.
when you
When you're
turn
18.
18, you could go to all the booths and kind of see what everybody's offering. And then,
okay.
and until 18, no religion.
Nothing.
Unless you're a
Got some
child
good
who.
stuff in here.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
We are solving a lot of societal problems.
We've covered most of it, and we're only at episode 18.
I
Well, that's why
know.
we're kind of done with it. That's why we're just kind of talking now.
Yeah,
The
right.
whole
The
thing.
episodes are getting
The
a little
town,
looser.
is, the town is built.
The town's kind of running on its own.
Yeah.
Buildings. What are the
And,
buildings?
every now and again we have to go back to
Yes.
pedophiles and remember what we're doing with them.
Yeah, of
But
course.
other than that, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So
We
now we're just
should-
kind of talking about our day.
I would see every 3 months we need to do a Talktown recap where we recap the rules
Yes.
that we've just recently
Well,
come
I
up
was
with.
asking them. Well, if anybody's written down, you should have a listener write down all of the rules of
we keep
Talktown.
saying we're
If you're
gonna keep-
listening and you listen to this podcast regularly,
It would really.
could
do
you
us-
write down all the things we've said?
$50? We could come up with $50 to give somebody?
Yeah.
Can we?
Or a free ad?
Free
Free
ad.
ad.
Free ad, or we'll do a free cameo for you.
Oh
cameo.
yeah,
We'll do
yeah,
a
we'll
free
just
message.
call you.
Whatever. I actually.
Greg will call you, and then he'll conference us in.
Whatever you want within reason, we'll do.
And this is a cool
What?
opportunity to write the
Literally. You just hear what he said? Whatever you want
I said
within
within
reason.
reason. Don't be a crazy person.
Whatever. Buy me a car. Okay, not within
That's
reason.
without reason.
But there's so many things that are not within reason for me
I'll
financially.
get you a couple hash browns.
Listen.
That's within reason.
every constitution has clauses you debate. You know,
Right.
Exactly.
But there's a great opportunity for whoever writes it down to literally be like the founding father that transcribes
You're
a
Homer.
founding document.
Yeah.
You're Homer.
We do
Simpson.
need this.
Yeah.
We should also define what within reason means for Talktown. Within reason seems like a fun rule.
A car
Within
is
reason.
too much.
Yeah, car
But
is
for
not
a rich
reason.
man.
But a bike is too little.
But a bike is too little. So
What's between a car and a bike?
3 wheels. 3 wheels. We'll get you 3 wheels. Not saying it's connected to anything, but you got 3 wheels.
They
you're
might be
looking at.
loose.
Yeah, 3 loose wheels mailed to you. Unless you live close, then we'll take a car,
that's-
which is 4 wheels, to give you 3 wheels.
Yeah, the 3 wheels.
Also, that is just a burden to have 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Mailed
but,
to
that-
you.
but you could view it that way, or you could view it you're 1 wheel away from something incredible,
Yep.
Yeah.
and now you have to get
It sounds like a book. One wheel away from
one
something
wheel,
incredible.
1 wheel away from something incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dan Perlman story.
Yeah.
I'm a 3-wheeled man, constantly on the brink of a 4th.
Okay, what do you think is within or without reason?
Yeah,
here?
what?
Sexual favors off
Off
limits.
the table.
I'm
Within
sure.
reason.
Well, I was gonna say,
Within reason.
All right. Well, goodbye, Dan.
good as time as ever.
Is that it? Oh,
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having
see you,
us.
Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry about the hand thing. I was just trying to be funny. No, it was funny. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So he's leaving.
I can stretch now.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
great.
Well,
I
that's
was
kind of the
locked
stress
in.
of like the middle seat when
go
it's
there.
3 on the couch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm cool. If I get to stretch, then I get
It's
to be
mostly
me.
about legs.
Yeah. Yep. Because this is where I
Yeah, I'm
exist
really-
at perfectly. But if I have to be, I think this was my issue with school. I think if you could let me do this, I think I would have been me earlier.
Okay. You know what?
Right.
Talk
Do you know what I
down
mean?
rule.
Yeah.
Schools, recliners.
The school's got to have recliners.
have
It's the only way to
recliners.
learn.
And on the, I want to say this about recliners.
If I'm rested, I can
I can
absorb.
take it in. I can
Yeah.
absorb.
I want to say this. I want to add slides to couches so you can slide into a couch.
Oh, okay.
Right? Just
From where?
I don't know. From just a little bit higher. You
Okay.
know, you get,
I
you
like
get
it.
to a couch, you just walk up 3 steps, and you slide right in.
I can also, the old shoehorns.
Love
Yeah.
shorts.
Do you remember these?
No, I use them constantly. It's changed my
Bending
life.
over is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, if you're in a public place, you have a man, and that could be
A man horn.
A man horn.
Yes.
Man genderless,
Got it.
obviously.
Yes, yeah.
man
A man
genderless.
horn when you're on the couch, that's the problem. I'll be in the couch and I won't get up. I just won't want to. I'm too comfortable. Man
Yeah.
horn comes along, scoops
Oh
you right
my
up.
God,
Yeah.
I've never.
You're out. You're going to the bank. You're doing your stuff.
We were talking about this last
This is
week.
a-
A person who carries a. Why were we talking about that? Weren't we? What?
Oh,
Krang.
Krang. The old people.
Yeah. You get one of these guys who would swoop you.
yeah.
Yeah, man carrier.
But yeah, big scooper.
A
Get you
big
out and going.
scooper to get out of chairs and couches would be a huge upgrade in my
Or
life.
a couch that just has a button and it lifts you. Old people have this.
Yes, yeah, that exists.
my wife's mother has a reclining chair that you push it and it literally comes up almost to you walking position, so it'll get you into standing.
That is
Wow.
That's
Awesome. Old
great.
people need it, and it should be for everybody.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe one that gives you, and you can hit a button that gives you a little force.
A little boost.
See a little bit of a boost, so you,
Yeah,
you catch some
yeah.
air.
Get
Yeah.
your energy going for the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And that's just fun in general. This was the thing. Have we covered this? I feel like paper towel clothes.
No, we haven't.
Someone has
covered-
had to think of this, right?
Walk me through it more.
I'm always eating. I'm always
Of
standing.
course.
Right.
I'm always using paper towels.
We may have covered this in the first episode.
I-
Paper towels on your pants so you can just wipe yourself off like that.
Yeah, maybe patches or just half the outfit's made of paper towels.
Just layering clothes. You could just layer clothes. Maybe you just layer clothes throughout the day and just wipe yourself in your pants and then you just take that layer off.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
that's
good.
kind of what I was imagining when you first said paper
That's
towel
better.
clothes. Was you would wear like layers of clothing made of paper towels, and whenever you go like this, then you just that's
Peel a layer-
garbage now.
Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
Or we do like waiters where like you just always have a what do they call it? One of those
Like an apron
towels.
and a
Like those they had a word for the towels that they would carry. So you always have a towel to wipe your hands off
Right,
on. A
right.
dirty
I
towel.
do like
or a
that.
mechanic.
I think that kind of cloth, and then you see your day on you, which is kind of fun. Do you know what I
See
mean?
your day on you.
You
See
ca-
your day on you.
Yeah, well, I
see
remember
what
this-
you've done with the day.
I remember this burrito I had this morning, and when
Yeah.
I had a nosebleed at noon.
Sometimes I forget if I've eaten or what I've eaten, and
Yeah.
this would help me keep track of
Yeah,
that a little bit
you have
easier.
a living memory of Monday.
Right.
And then you can put it up on the wall, and you can put it behind a glass, and you go, "That was Monday."
Monday's
Right.
food.
Yep. What the problem you would have with the layering and the peeling of the layering is you would get to the last layer, and you'd be
you're
like,
nude.
"Fuck, I'm on my last layer."
Now
It's
everyone sees
30
my
degrees.
penis.
Yeah. Also, if it rains, you're fucked.
The last layer is just good right down the nude.
Oh man.
Sorry to interrupt for that.
No, that's
It was worth it.
That's
I had to.
that. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
right.
I would like to say I want to be more lenient on suspenders instead
Yeah.
of a belt.
You
I agree with this.
lenient meaning there's more suspenders around?
yeah,
I love it.
suspenders around. I love a suspender.
Yeah, everybody's gonna look like they work at Fridays. It's amazing.
Yeah. But cooler. I don't think they're really handling suspenders. They kind of just did them and stopped. There's got to be
Yeah.
more
I
agree with you.
pockets that go up and down.
Sure.
Maybe.
Angles. You know what I mean?
angles,
Yeah.
So it's just the two, and I understand it's the two for structural purposes.
Yeah.
But the two, they could be more designed. They could say more about you.
Yes, I feel like they really stopped. They were like, all right, it's this, and we're not going to think about innovating this any further.
Yep.
You could do a front pouch like a ski patrol. So I like a front pouch pocket on your chest.
Are you talking about overalls, not suspenders?
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about you have suspenders, but then you could get like an add-on piece that connects them.
Oh.
So you have a
Oh,
front
like
pocket.
across, like how backpackers
Yeah.
have that. Like, all right, the backpack's on.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Like-
there's a pocket there.
like
Yeah.
a video
To put
game, and they
stuff
have downloadable sort of like
DLC.
Yeah, components to the video game that attach themselves to the game.
More attachments, right? For more
Wow.
pockets.
Yeah,
Very
I like that.
cool.
I love pockets, and I think backpacks sometimes is too much.
Totally.
I don't love a backpack because I find it to be an inaccessible. Like,
Back there.
Very
Yeah.
inaccessible.
like I'm like, oh, if I need something, I gotta take it off.
a whole thing.
The whole thing.
Sometimes
No.
it's open. No.
That's why I just carry around a bag, like a tote bag full of crap. And like that's
I got
right
this
in.
giant jacket with a big hood that has such huge pockets and so many of them. I love it. It's like a purse. I just carry so much bullshit. I could fit a notebook in there, bottle of water. I am clonking around everywhere, and I love it.
But don't you? My issue with that is then you get weighed down by the jacket, and it does a number on your shoulders as the day goes on. Are you having this problem?
What are you carrying around?
It does a
My-
number
my-
on
my-
your shoulders.
Shoulders.
Lead. He has got so much lead to carry.
Yeah, all these
my bowling
gold
pins.
bars.
I have my bowling pins that in case the game breaks out.
You know how you have to bring your pins to a bowling alley.
Oh, the ones I go to, it's a bring your own pin alley. All right.
Yeah. They
You
have
know?
the balls.
I'm not going
but
to
you have
your
to bring the pins.
highfalutin bowling alleys where they got the pins. It's a bring your own where I go.
BYOP.
It's a BYOP. God damn it.
Bring your own pins.
But no, I like the backpack for the freedom of movement, but I don't. I get what you're saying with it's too hard to reach back there.
Yeah.
The bags bother me because I feel too constricted by
Yeah.
the bag. So I do like the overall attached
Yeah.
and unattached. thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I've always envied these kangaroos with their great pouches.
I know.
I know. Wouldn't want to be a marsupial?
Well, it's like we do have the coveralls. Could those have more utility pockets?
Yeah, I always love pockets.
All right.
Yeah, I think we could. And you know what I like? I appreciate in a pocket when it's satin.
Satin?
Satin, like a pouch.
Yeah.
Soft
I
pouch.
love a satin pouch.
Well, I really that
feels nice.
It feels nice. You know,
it's like the womb.
It's I really like when just a little bit like these little things you can sprinkle throughout your day that make it okay. And I think that's one of them. When I dig into my pocket and it's nice and
My son has
A little
pants. A little wet.
like a nice goo though, you know, a warm
Sure.
goo.
A warm
Not a wet goo.
A goo.
You know what I'm getting at here,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
You know,
Look, yeah.
they feel great. You've loved them ever since you were a kid, Anthony.
My son has these pants. You know when you have a hoodie and it has that one pocket? My son has sweatpants that have that pocket in the front.
I
It's a
feel that's
front.
not it.
love
that's
it.
not, I don't like that.
You mean a crotch pocket?
No, it's the pocket. Yeah, but I guess it's above his belly. But it's instead of these regular pockets, it's got a hand warming pocket, which I kind of love.
Around by where the waist is?
So think of a hoodie.
Yes.
The classic hoodie, and it's got that front
Yeah, yeah.
pocket you put your both hands on.
Totally.
Just move that down right onto the front of the
Oh, I
pants.
love that. Like a
top of the
NF
pants.
Like you'll see like an NFL quarterback in the winter
Yes.
sort of have these things. That's the great thing about a hoodie is that moment.
Yes.
That
Now add it to your
hand
pants.
together
I don't
moment.
enjoy that.
Really?
I don't
You don't
en-
like that hoodie moment.
No.
Why?
There is not a time that I want to be doing that.
Really?
I am
It's
not
fascinating to me.
I am not, I also don't like hoods.
You don't like hoods?
No, I don't
Because you're
own
long
I don't
hair.
own a single hoodie. I don't like I guess because my hair becomes one matted piece the more stuff that's near my neck.
Hoods, I think, are
So-
mainly men.
This makes
This
sense.
is a girl problem.
Yeah.
Or a long hair problem.
I,
sure.
I think hoods are mostly men things because we have this fantasy of being a Jedi or a Strider or a man walking in the shadows.
You're not off, man.
Women also have this, but men have it, I think, more.
Yeah.
You know, I put on
But
my
I mean,
hood.
lots of women also have and like hoodies. I just like the I don't
It's an issue.
the
I
hood
would
and the
imagine.
pockets like don't because like also because I don't like hoodies and don't wear hoods, I don't own anything with this. They're
Right.
only
Right.
on
so now you can have the
hoodies.
pants.
They're not on a regular crew neck sweatshirt.
But that's
Totally.
what's great for you because you can have the
Which
pants
is
without
weird.
the hoodie.
It is weird.
Why did we just decide that
That's
item
a
of
hoodie
clothing
only
is,
experience.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know why. Yeah, that doesn't make. It's never made any sense to me.
Right.
Why that's exclusive to hoodies. So people like yourself who don't like the hood part of a
Right.
hoodie don't get this great pouch moment.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe it's not that I don't like that. It's that that's just not part of my life that I've experienced in a real way.
Makes total sense.
When are you putting your hands in there?
To warm them up.
so they can hang
Mostly.
out.
Yeah.
Talk to each other?
Well, sometimes I pretend, a little bit of romance.
Sure.
I pretend.
A little bit of romance.
Meow.
Hands are kissing. Right.
Like this. I pretend I'm on a first date. But to go back to what you're saying about the hood, that's absolutely right.
Right.
Every time I put a hood on, I'm in a movie all
Yes.
of a sudden.
Yeah.
Here he
You're
comes.
Rocky.
Yep.
You're,
I'm
yeah.
right. And if it's
Right.
raining, holy shit,
I'm-
I'll fight anybody on earth.
Right. I'm brooding. I'm ready to kill.
My thoughts are somewhat more important.
Yes.
Yes.
And I
100%.
see someone
I'm-
completely
yeah.
different than what I actually am.
Yeah.
A hoodie in the rain with rap music.
Oh,
Please. I'm
yeah.
not
Right.
42.
It's 8 Mile.
I'm
Right.
15 years old.
Yep.
I'm going to a rap battle.
Yeah.
It's the best.
yeah. That's like when I take the train to my parents and I look out the train window and I'm like, well, I'm Fiona Apple. Here I am,
Yeah.
wistfully looking out a train.
Why did I give up on poetry?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Where are we at on time?
I can't think of the song. Oh.
All right, that's nice.
Oh wow!
What else we had? We had
just kind of barreled through.
Yeah.
I've got more, man. Oh, this was something to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Also, a comment on YouTube. Someone left a comment on YouTube of something we should have said about. I forgot. Go ahead. Go ahead, Anthony. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I was looking at you skeptically, not skeptically, but I was more intrigued about what the comment was. Was it a positive comment?
Yeah, it was like a topic for Talktown.
Oh, no way!
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
we
should
got a
do
couple
that.
Oh yeah,
those.
if you watch these
No, I have to
YouTube
find
on
it.
YouTube, please
Okay.
comment with stuff you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
This-
ideas or pitches.
So, like over time, this isn't really a Talktown thing. This is just more.
And
of
we
like
did a lot of Talktown
Yeah.
work this episode, so we could kind of loosen up.
Yeah, a lot of it was just revisiting the charter, which, for a lot of people, it's kind of like, those episodes they would do on sitcoms where they would go,
Yeah, clip
hey,
show.
a clip.
Yeah.
It's more of a clip show kind of episode. But,
I like to do that. We have smaller claims court, but we also have robots that guard the pool line
of course.
And
that
they have
are the
flamethrowers.
souls of old pedophiles who live forever in pain and torture and have flamethrowers. Also,
And also hats.
hats, yeah, and hats, yeah, and hats.
So I
So
was,
go ahead.
So Julie and I were watching the new Matlock.
Oh, yeah, with
Kathy
Kathy
There's
Bates.
a new Matlock with Kathy Bates. To spare you all the details, she's not actually a descendant of Matlock. It's a bit of a ruse for the plot of the show, right?
Okay.
But it was pretty good.
Oh.
And this is what I wanted. So how over time your taste buds change.
Yeah.
At some point, you see older people and they just love network procedurals.
Oh, man.
When is
I don't know.
does that happen to the mind as well, where your cerebral taste buds change?
Go.
You go.
No,
I have
you had
a-
your hand right.
I've been going through this very much so.
Okay.
Through my adventure through my depression, right? You get to a point as you get older where things just become very scary.
Right.
So I can't watch a lot of the shows because I'm too emotionally attached, and I need something that's just easier to watch.
Right.
Because life is fucking scary.
Yeah.
I've seen too much death, and it's horrifying.
Sure.
So give me light. Give me light. Because when you don't have kids or see people die, it's easier to watch Saw because you've no real. I can't
Yes.
watch Saw. If I watch
Yeah.
Saw, I go, that's a guy with a kid and a
Right.
family. But they're just like, that's just a person. I would fight the puppet. It's like, no, I would lose immediately to the puppet. So it's harder to watch those things.
I would lose immediately to the puppet.
Yeah, like I don't want to deal. I've seen things similar to that, and I can't live like this.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I used to watch Child's Play when I was a kid, and I couldn't wait for him to come over.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? I couldn't wait to show this little doll what's what.
Yeah.
Like, but now for sure, I would be like, this thing will cut up my shins. I'll be dead in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get too sad watching things. Man, Severance is like so
Severance is
good.
tough because it's
so
so,
good.
good.
Incredible.
But
It's one of the best shows I've ever seen, but it also is an existential nightmare to wake up and be like, yes, capitalism, which we're trapped in.
Totally, man.
it came out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was a different person 3 years ago.
Whoa.
And now there's a new season, and I'm like,
Right.
I love this show, but I don't know that I can handle this anymore because it's just like now that I'm on the Wellbutrin, what it felt like and I didn't realize was the vibe of that show.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, oh man, I get
Christ.
this. That's how I've just been living, not realizing, just laughing. And I'm like, oh,
He was Greg.
Chilling.
He was Greg C.
Greg C.
Greg C.
Yeah, like numb and dull, and it's just
So you're
like
saying these shows are kind of digestible, and even
Yes.
if the stakes are high, like it's presented in such a way where like the stakes aren't high.
the stakes aren't high. Even if
Right.
they are, it's bullshit
Every
high.
episode, it'll be resolved.
Yeah.
And you get commercials, so you can take a break.
Right. And they're not digging too much. Even like Law and Order SVU, it's like on the surface, it's horrific stuff, but they're not really unfolding too much of like the complexity of the human condition.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
They don't have
exactly.
time.
So you're just, yeah, okay. I think you're right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think also I feel very out of touch with young people currently. And there will be
Yes.
people will be outrageously famous and I'm like, who?
Right.
Like there's whole like the world of YouTube, the world of like podcasts for younger people, TikTok stuff. I'm like, I don't know. There's entire ecosystems of celebrity I don't understand now.
Right,
And I
right.
feel like our parents like watch procedurals because they're like, the Succession, what the fuck is that? Like, I
Right.
think there's like a level of like, I don't know what this is and it scares me. So I'm just going to go to the comfort of like procedural television.
I need
Right.
comfort
Makes
because
sense.
life is getting scary and horrible and
Yeah.
crazy. You know, Succession though is so good. I mean,
it's
you
amazing.
gotta
Yeah,
give it
that's
a
a
show.
bad example.
I actually think I'm more in tune with younger people than I ever have because I know I'm out, so I'm putting in more effort.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because especially with our job, it's
Yeah.
you have to stay. These are the people that go out, so you have
Right.
to stay somewhat relevant to
Yes.
them. So I feel like I've been more abreast of pop culture in this past year than I ever have my whole life because I feel like I have to.
Right now it's a job. You're not immersed in it in the way
Yeah.
that we were when we were young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not arriving at my doorstep, so I'm seeking it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great music like happening.
Yeah.
I'm like this. I don't know if we talk about this, but I had become a Taylor Swift fan. And my friend was like, yeah, you know that the since this album, like the guitar player from the National,
Yeah.
started like doing her music. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's when I think I came on board.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you're the one who told me this. No, this is all from us. So why don't you tell them?
I'd love to hear. Let me be Greg for a moment. I'd love to hear me back to me.
Wow, this is from us.
Well, I've forgotten 30% of the information, so why don't you just tell them? You told me that.
You
it's
pretty
for
much
us.
wrapped it up.
I'm
Man.
like,
That was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You're like, oh, was this a TV show? No, just an interpersonal conversation we had.
Right. Because there's like I was like, oh, there's a point where she significantly got better to me. And I'm like, I bet
Yeah.
you it's when they started hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget. I don't know the exacts of the album, and I'll have this wrong, and people can correct
Who
me. It's
cares?
fine. But I think it was it like Evermore?
Yeah.
Where I think they were working more closely, and then you can see a noticeable shift in. I think that and you're not gonna. She's not Bob Dylan,
Right.
But like the depth of her lyrics, I think you can see a shift.
Yeah. I kind of got on board with
I'm
her
picking my nose.
during the. You're like, I don't know if she's really deep. Finger all the way up there.
Yeah, greener than usual.
Guess I'm healthy. It's like vegetables. Yeah, I think I started getting. I was like, when Folklore and Evermore came out, I was like, oh, this is my vibe.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
Is it Out of the Woods?
What?
Yes.
Out of the Woods was what I was like,
Oh,
man,
that
I
was
really like this song.
Yeah, that pop album is also good. That I was like, oh, this is pop music that I'm hearing, and I like it.
That was the
Oh,
first one.
I thought you meant because she was in the woods
Yeah, it is
in the
it
cover.
is a woods
so I thought
art.
that's what you meant. I don't think I've heard that. But yeah,
You-
Evermore
you
and
have.
Folklore, those are the ones where I was like, I actually, I like what. This isn't the best.
Yeah.
This will sound whatever, but like, this is a good version of what I like.
Yes.
Even though to me, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would seek this out, but if this was on, I would be like, this is good.
Yeah, I'll throw on one of those albums while I'm like cooking, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is perfectly good.
She's
it
the
blends in with the rest of the
highest
stuff I like.
version. Like Nate Bargatze is this a great example of like, hey, he's this comedian who is accessible to everyone.
Yes.
But Taylor Swift is like, hey, she's the most palatable version of Lana Del Rey.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, she's the version that can get like, if you like this, go down, down, down till you get to Ethel Cain.
Yeah,
And
she's
you're
network
like,
TV.
right.
Right.
Like,
but
where
she's
it's
like,
It still is
Abbott
that.
Elementary. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Where it's
Where it's
like,
like-
this is great. This is great. This working within the parameters of this.
Yes,
This is good.
This is a
Yes,
great
this is
version of
Taco
this.
Bell for tacos. It's still tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it's pretty
But
good.
Yeah.
I don't want to call her Taco Bell because I
No.
do think she's like a really good artist.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell's great.
Which is
Taco Bell's good. I had it
That's-
last night.
Man, a chalupa.
So high.
Come on.
I hadn't had Taco Bell in 20 years. I had it last night. It was amazing.
I have Taco Bell, I would honestly say once or twice a month, and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I wasn't like avoiding it, but also in New York for years there wasn't one that I could go
But also
to.
New York fast food is horrible. It's not as good as anywhere else in the country. It's worse
It's
here.
yeah.
Well, also, because you can get pretty much service. I mean, you can get much better quality of that, whatever the chain is,
Right.
at the same speed.
Right.
In New York. So
Yes.
it's like, it's tough to be like, why would I have this if I can get a better burger
Right.
at the same, with the same quickness? Why, other than like, oh, I just like the taste
And it's
of
not
that
like
is
it's so
comforting.
cheap anymore either.
Yeah,
So.
cheap.
it's
It's not
comparable in
even
price.
faster.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
And the people
Right.
who work there are so underpaid that they're shitting
Right.
in every hamburger.
I could go.
I think. That's a Greg thinker.
Greg's like, and if they're not, I am.
Yeah.
As a statement.
Yes. But like, yeah, why would I go to Taco Bell if I could go to Tacombe for the same the same price and speed
Yeah.
at this point?
Yeah, man, I'm living in Jersey now.
Is the fast food better?
Well, yeah, it's different.
No, but like, man, New York has such good food
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
man.
it's like, man, none of the the food is good, but it's like you got to go 30 minutes
yeah,
away
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
everything.
It's not just like, oh, what's on this block? 3 excellent restaurants I have to walk by. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, you feel that when you go on the road. I remember
Yeah, the road.
when I first started going on the road, that's when I was like, oh man, like I didn't know how good I had it
Yeah.
food wise.
See, the thing on the road though is you go on the road, you get like this place like St. Louis is a great example. They have the place Fuzzy Tacos, where it's like, oh, I go there and I get it because I love it because what's there. But if you live there, you eat Fuzzy Tacos every day is horrible.
Right.
Like it's just
Right.
good because it's an
Right.
experience that I'm getting once every
Yes,
6
it's a
months
treat.
to a year.
Totally.
But really, if you live there, it's like, well, it's not that good.
Well, yeah, that's like a joke you write, where it's
Yeah.
like it has to be not just good the first time, it has to be good the 10th time.
Yes.
Yeah,
So like
Yes.
that's how you know it's a great joke.
Yes.
It's the same goes for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we solved it.
All right.
Yeah. Anything else? 'Cause I just want one more just because I'm having fun.
Well, I figured we'll go get lunch after this so we could just keep talking.
I really want a sandwich.
That sounds great.
Let's go get a sandwich.
All right.
All right. Guys, check out
probably-
our Patreon. Welcome to Talktown at patreon.com.
Tell
Yeah.
We got some
them.
episodes. We
Yeah.
got some great episodes up there.
Yeah.
If you like this podcast, something I want to tell you to do. Tell your friends.
Yes.
Get in the
Yes.
Reddits. Tell the podcasters. Get in other people's comments and be
Yes.
like, you think this is funny? Check out Welcome to Talktown.
Knock
Yeah.
on some doors.
Knock on
Yeah.
some. We need
Yeah.
you.
Guerrilla marketing.
We are not a big podcast. We
No.
are not by no means.
Nope.
But I really think we're putting out a good product. And so we do ask you for help to help push this thing if you
Yeah.
can, in any way you can. And also
Share it on social. Tell your pals.
feel free to
Force
message
someone
us.
to listen to it at gunpoint. I don't care.
I want to know what you like too. I like to know. And I love
Yeah.
when people message me. Message me or leave a comment.
Yeah.
We gotta get more interactability.
Yeah, message us, comment. If you're watching on YouTube, leave comments there. That's fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All that's everything.
Yeah, just do
everything's-
more stuff.
Do more stuff.
You gotta do more
We
stuff.
demand more from you as fans.
Yeah.
And I think
Not
you can
just to
email
listen and
us
watch.
too, right?
Welcome to Talktown.
Talktownpodcast
Talktownpodcast@gmail.com.
@gmail.com. Email us, and I will be
We'll read
better about checking the
Yeah,
goddamn
No.
email.
Yeah.
There could be hundreds of in there,
Yeah.
suggestions, comments,
No, we gotta
grievances.
look.
But just keep it up. Next Patreon, I am dedicating myself to opening that email, and it will be all your emails.
Yeah.
There might just be one, but we will unpack that son of a bitch.
You
Yes.
can message the Welcome to Talktown Instagram page as well.
That's true.
And I wanted to bring this up to you guys because I noticed no one else is doing it. You guys got to be checking that thing. You got to go in there and look at it.
I don't
mean,
even know how to log into it at this point.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing. I'm going to have to retell everybody the password.
We'll figure it out.
But I'm in there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm in there. All right.
All right.
Well, that's it.
Bye.
Bye.
Dates? You guys got dates? Do you want to do more dates?
Oh, yeah.
Keep doing dates. It's good.
February.
People come out.
Yes, February 14th, that weekend.
13th through the 15th.
13th through the 15th. DeVito and I will be at Vermont Comedy Club
Yeah.
performing together. You get a discount Anthony because he's featuring. So he's going to be doing a real
Once again,
discount set.
mailing it in, phoning it in, notepad on the stool, the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite way to do comedy. Loose.
Loose.
February 28th, DeVito and I are in in Royersford, PA for Soul Joel's show. And then March, what is this? What is that? When's the dojo?
The dojo, I think, is March 7th.
We should see if Allison wants to come.
I'll come.
You want to come be on the show, Allison?
Sure.
Done.
March
Yeah.
7th.
I'm
It's
not
a
really on the road right now, so
full-
sure.
Yeah, it's in New Jersey. It's like
All
it's a
right.
very easy trip.
Easy.
So
I'm
we're
in.
gonna get Ellison on that
All
show.
right, so we'll all be there.
Yeah. And then, I'll be in February 21st. I'll be somewhere in Griffin House in Planinville, New York.
What?
Oh, Palinville.
All of that.
I know that gig.
Palinville, yeah.
That pays well, and
Yeah.
they're a great crowd.
Oh,
You got me that
amazing.
gig, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then February 23rd, I'll be in Albany at the Lark Street Tavern.
And
Nice.
the Super Bowl, you will be in St.
Yeah, but
Louis.
this will have come out, I
Yeah.
think, after that.
When's
Yeah.
the Super Bowl?
The 9th?
Next, it'll happen before this episode.
I missed
Yeah.
all of football again this year. All of it. All of it. I wanted to watch this year, and I missed all of it.
You'll get him next
so
year. Greg.
mad.
Yeah.
Get him next year.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Thanks
right.
so much for listening and watching.
Bye.
Welcome to